Welcome to a meaningful journey of life and change. Before we dive into the content of today's video, let's take a moment to reflect on our lives. 2023 is coming to an end. A year is closing its chapter and opening the door to 2024 with new possibilities. This is the perfect time for you to look back on your 2023 and ask yourself, how did I live my life in 2023? What truly mattered to me? Which goals and dreams did I accomplish? By asking yourself these questions, you are setting the necessary foundation to set goals and determine your direction in 2024. Life is a journey. One door closes and another opens. Sometimes, to move further, we need to let go of unnecessary burdens and move forward. In the list of 11 things you should quietly remove from your life, there might be challenges, but it's also an opportunity for you to feel lighter and focus on what truly matters. Let's embark on this journey together, and don't miss a moment of this video until the end. If you can do that, you will have the opportunity to truly understand yourself and shape your life positively in 2024. The first step is recognizing the changes you want to make, and we will go together in achieving those goals. First point, dealing with those who cause you pain. In life, we often encounter people, intentionally or unintentionally, who cause us pain and harm. This can be a challenging experience, especially when these individuals were once close friends or trusted companions. However, in such situations, it is important to remember that we do not need to complain, argue, or confront their negative attitudes. If someone has made decisions that hurt you and disrespect you, even if they were once considered perfect friends, it may be better to adjust without seeking reasons. Instead, maintain calm and rationality. Focus on personal growth and well-being. At some point, that person may realize their mistakes and seek support from you. Additionally, in such times, we often feel the need to respond or justify what has happened. However, let's consider an alternative perspective, a less traveled path, but with remarkable strength, the power of silence and self-respect. Let's explore why silence can be a powerful tool and why self-respect is an important factor in life. We will discover how this can help us grow, progress strongly, and ultimately create a more authentic and fulfilling life. First is the power of silence. The power of silence can convey a lot. A simple no can communicate your boundaries and self-esteem. If you feel the need to explain the reason, do so, but remember that you are not obligated to help someone who has shown a lack of ethics and broken your trust. Engaging in conflict or a battle will not lead to a positive outcome. Usually, the best path is to quietly remove that person from your life. Time has a way of revealing the consequences of their actions. By focusing on self-care and personal development, you are choosing a higher path. Let the future unfold naturally and believe that it will bring the best for both parties. The second is self-respect. When we allow ourselves to progress without constantly explaining or justifying, we demonstrate deep self-respect for ourselves and our boundaries. It is important to note that we are not obligated to associate with those who harm us or do not value us. Each of us deserves to be treated with respect and evaluated for our true essence. By choosing to silently remove those who bring harm into our lives, we are making a strong decision for our mental health and personal development. This choice allows us to step into a more authentic and fulfilling life, where our happiness and self-esteem are always a priority. Second point, avoid constantly comparing yourself with others. In the journey of life, it is important that we avoid the habit of constantly comparing ourselves to others. Each person is on a different path, experiencing their own achievements and successes. These personal achievements deserve recognition and celebration, much like stars that shine, without the need for comparison to others. The dangerous consequence of incessant comparison is that it casts a shadow on our mental well-being and hinders our personal growth. Comparing our lives to others can erode our self-esteem and trap us in the dangerous web of unfavorable comparisons. Instead of acknowledging our innate strengths and achievements, we become consumed by what we perceive as shortcomings, which harms our self-worth. Furthermore, constantly comparing our lives to others diminishes our focus on our own goals and aspirations. We get caught up in the allure of idealized standards set by external factors. This not only distracts us from what truly matters, but also impedes our development on our unique path. Our personal goals and dreams are pushed aside, and we suffer in the shadows of desires that are not truly our own. We need to recognize that comparing ourselves to others is not only unfair, but also detrimental to our mental health. Each of us faces different strengths, challenges, and life journeys. Instead of perpetuating this harmful habit, let's focus on learning and personal growth. By freeing ourselves from the chains of endless comparison, we can nurture a deep appreciation for our own circumstances. We learn to rejoice in our progress and personal development, celebrating each milestone as evidence of our patience and determination. Through this, we acknowledge that each person follows their own unique path, and it is in this diversity that life truly becomes rich and beautiful. Imagine you are a passionate artist who loves to paint. You started learning to paint at a young age, and after years of practice, have created a collection of unique personal artworks. Each painting reflects your own views and emotions about the world. However, you start following a famous artist on social media who shares complex and highly praised artworks. This makes you feel less confident in your abilities and leads you to compare your work to the artist's. The habit of comparison not only stifles your creative thinking, but also robs you of the joy of painting. You forget that each of your paintings holds value and meaning, as they represent your unique self and perspective on art. Instead of comparing and placing futile pressure on yourself, you decide to focus on developing your skills and expressing yourself in each new artwork. When you stop comparing and concentrate on creativity and self-expression, you rediscover joy and may even create outstanding works of art. You realize that each person has their own path, and what you do adds its own value. This helps you experience art freely and more excitingly than ever before. Instead of comparing yourself to others, redirect your focus towards self-discovery, learning, and personal growth. Through these efforts, we can truly embrace our own diversity and navigate a more meaningful path to a brighter future. Third point, the way we handle our relationships. Our lives always involve relationships. Whether they are friendships or romantic relationships, they play roles like complex mirrors reflecting various aspects. These mirrors illuminate the diverse facets of our lives, including joy, sadness, and everything in between. They are tools that help us navigate through the constant changes of experiences, shaping us into the individuals we become. However, within this deep connection with others, there exists a delicate boundary, a boundary of privacy and caution. Imagine a relationship as a secret garden, a hidden place where emotions bloom like bright flowers, dreams take root, and special moments are carefully nurtured. This sacred garden is a space worthy of utmost respect and wholehearted care. When a relationship inevitably reaches its conclusion, whether it's a friendship or a romance, there is one thing certain. When you're caught up in an emotional life, pain, confusion, and an undeniable need to understand what happened. However, it is important to remember the subtle details of this garden. The story belongs only to you and the intertwined souls in this journey. By choosing not to disclose intimate details or the reasons for the separation, you not only preserve the dignity of both sides, but also protect your fragile heart. Sharing such intimate details with others can inadvertently unleash a flow of misunderstanding, judgment, and even malicious rumors. Such actions do not contribute to the healing process. On the contrary, they can exacerbate the pain, prolong negative cycles, and cause harm. So, how can we steer our minds towards the end of a relationship to promote healing and growth? First and foremost, give yourself the gift of time and space to heal. Allow the waves of emotions to wash over you, but do this with self-reflection. If needed, seek support from a psychological expert who can provide objective guidance and unwavering support. Secondly, nurture the habit of personal reflection. Instead of seeking external validation or seeking comfort in the words of others, turn inward. Ask yourself what you have learned from this relationship and how you can use these lessons to promote personal growth. Finally, always remember that exercising caution and protecting privacy are signs of maturity and respect. This respect is not only for others, but also for yourself. When you close a chapter in the story of your life, do it gracefully and solemnly. Understand that every relationship, regardless of its ultimate outcome, is a step that prepares you for the adventures awaiting ahead. Fourth point, letting go of unrealistic expectations. This is an invitation to embark on an inner journey, an exploration of the profound impact of our expectations on how we perceive reality and sometimes distort it. Imagine your life as a grand adventure on a vast ocean. Each expectation is like a sail on your ship, propelling you closer to your dreams and goals. However, when these sails become too large, our expectations become unreasonable. They can steer us off course, leading us into turbulent waters of disappointment and dissatisfaction. Unrealistic expectations are like a map, promising a treasure that doesn't exist. They drive us to pursue ideals of perfection in ourselves, others, and the situations we encounter. But we must ask ourselves if these ideals truly belong to us, or if they have been imposed by external influences like society, culture, or media. To begin the process of detaching from these expectations, the first step is awareness. This requires honesty and self-reflection. Ask yourself, do these expectations uplift me or weigh me down? Do they truly reflect who I am and what I value? The next step is practicing acceptance. Accept yourself, your current position in the journey, and the circumstances you cannot control. This doesn't mean giving up on your dreams, but rather recognizing and evaluating the process of achieving them with all its imperfections and challenges. Furthermore, it's essential to set specific and achievable goals, goals that reflect your true essence rather than an idealized image of success. This also includes celebrating small victories along the way, recognizing that every step, no matter how small, is valuable progress. Finally, remember that the journey itself is as important as the destination. By letting go of unrealistic expectations, you allow life to unfold naturally and peacefully, creating space for surprises and joys that cannot be planned. With this, we conclude the journey, hoping it inspires you to navigate life with sails adjusted to reality, appreciating the beauty of the journey with all its twists and turns and discoveries. If you are a parent, have you ever set expectations that your children must always excel in every exam and participate in every extracurricular activity? You need to realize that each child has unique abilities and interests and may not always achieve the highest scores. Decide to practice acceptance and support your children in their natural development. Instead of forcing them to pursue activities they don't enjoy, encourage them to engage in activities they are genuinely interested in and passionate about. You will find that the process of learning and growth for your children is more important than imposing unrealistic expectations. When you let go of these unrealistic expectations, you create a happier family where children can develop in their own way and feel the support and love from you. Fifth point, dealing with tension. In moments of tension, the most important thing is to maintain calmness and not let your emotions take control of you. Avoid raising your voice when you are with others and try to control any excessive disappointment or anger that may arise. Instead of letting these negative emotions overwhelm you, consider using that energy to take actions that yield positive results. Imagine a situation where you had to deal with stress at work. During an important meeting, there was a heated argument, and everyone had different opinions. Initially, you felt angry and wanted to speak loudly to defend yourself. However, you tried to control your emotions. Instead of shouting or expressing anger, you decided to listen to different perspectives and engage in constructive discussion. This helped you maintain your composure and avoid escalating the tension. After the meeting, you took a short time to reflect on your emotions. Instead of holding on to anger, you chose to use that energy to enhance your work performance. You focused on addressing specific issues and felt satisfied knowing that you had effectively accomplished that. Harness the power of emotions as a motivation to move closer to your life goals. Use that surge of emotions as a driving force to propel yourself forward. Train your body and mind to cope with stress by controlling your emotions. Take a moment to reflect on what you are feeling and then direct that accumulated energy towards something that makes you stronger. However, be cautious and careful in these moments of tension. Losing control can reveal weaknesses that you want to keep hidden. The goal is to discreetly relieve tension by addressing fundamental issues, fulfilling your responsibilities, and using logic as your ally. Instead of airing your grievances publicly, focus on appreciating what and who you already have in your life. Cultivate gratitude for the positive things around you. Find ways to release emotional pressure quietly, seek inner balance, and apply healthier approaches to facing challenges. Sixth point, unnecessary goals. There will come a time in your life when you will realize the importance of your choices and actions, either following a specific path or maintaining your own unique path. Sometimes, you may need to let go of certain specific goals to prioritize the path that aligns most with your essence. This is entirely normal because we don't always achieve everything we've planned, and sometimes we need to give up some things to support others. In the journey of life, we often encounter situations where we cannot accomplish everything we set out to do. In such situations, making the decision to prioritize what truly matters is a sign of wisdom. However, it's important to do this discreetly. Instead of publicly announcing your intentions to the world, it's wiser to remove unnecessary goals from your list. Revealing every step of your journey can inadvertently expose your overall strategy, making you vulnerable to external factors. To be more effective in navigating life, we should implement a more tightly knit strategy. First, consider eliminating goals and activities that are not important in our lives. This helps us focus on what truly matters. Another important part is to make changes in life gradually and with a plan. Don't try to change everything all at once, but rather take them one step at a time. This helps us create stability and manageability during the process of change. Finally, don't disclose everything about your plan right from the start. Instead, only reveal the necessary parts when we feel confident and the timing is right to do so. This helps protect our privacy and create surprise when needed. By doing so, you protect your plan and allow your decisions to be guided by sincerity, ensuring that you are always on a path that aligns completely with your true self. This discretion not only protects your journey, but also helps you make decisions based on your genuine values. Seventh point, avoid sharing your judgments with others. At point number 7, we are advised to avoid sharing negative assessments of others. We should not keep those negative opinions in our hearts. Instead, we should carefully consider the image we portray when speaking ill of someone. Criticizing others can disrupt an otherwise interesting conversation and create a negative atmosphere. It is recommended that we refrain from expressing negativity about anyone. Instead of publicly expressing our likes or dislikes, we should focus on developing diplomacy and finesse in communication. We can consider approaching relationships with a willingness to cooperate and understand. Rather than showing disapproval of someone, we can explore ways to create favorable conditions for the relationship, or even seek reconciliation and harmonious coexistence. Most importantly, we should eliminate personal judgments and evaluations of others, whether positive or negative. This requires us to always strive to demonstrate a diplomatic spirit. This may include adapting to different environments and situations, creating opportunities to interact with others regardless of their differences, and maintaining a respectful and empathetic attitude in our communication. Finally, adhering to these principles can create a more harmonious environment and healthier relationships with others. We will have the opportunity to find common ground and engage in constructive dialogue to resolve conflicts and build more positive relationships. Suppose you work in a company and have a colleague named Sarah. Initially, you feel incompatible with Sarah's work style and have some negative opinions about her. However, Instead of openly expressing your dissatisfaction, try applying diplomatic and tactful principles. You decide to learn more about Sarah and how she works. You find that she has a unique work style and reasons for how she performs her tasks. You show understanding by asking her about her decisions and work methods. After some interaction and conversation, you realize that Sarah has unique perspectives and skills that you can learn from. Instead of expressing the initial negative judgment, you start learning from Sarah's knowledge and experience to improve your own work. The result is that the relationship between you and Sarah not only avoids conflicts, but also becomes more positive. You have learned to respect and empathize with others' perspectives and work styles, creating a more harmonious work environment. 8th point. Relationships, be it friendship or romance. The important thing here is to maintain discretion and not disclose intimate details or discuss with others the reasons for ending a relationship or friendship. Intimacy shared between you and others should be kept private, and there is no reason for anyone else to know specific details. Sharing such information only leads to rumors and complicates the situation further. Most importantly, it is essential to respect the privacy and dignity of both parties involved and avoid spreading information that could harm their reputation or create unnecessary situations. Instead, focus on personal growth and healing after the end of a relationship or friendship, without getting caught up in a loop of sharing sensitive details without a constructive purpose. Remember that what happens between individuals should be kept confidential, and discretion is an important virtue in maintaining healthy human relationships. If you feel the need to share about the events in your life, confide in yourself and reflect on those events. The important thing is to understand why you want to share, whether it's because you still have unhealed wounds or seek empathy from others. However, always remember that in any situation, self-examination and quiet contemplation of these events are more important than blaming or involving others. When faced with a complex relationship in your life, it is important to find a subtle way to resolve it, without the need to make all the information public. Keeping such issues secret and focusing on resolving them internally can help you better understand that relationship and contribute to the process of acceptance and healing. Finally, do not underestimate the importance of taking care of your mental and emotional well-being. This becomes even more crucial when dealing with complex human relationships. Always prioritize your mental health and handle every situation wisely and cautiously. 9th point, conscious use of social media. Imagine, in just a moment, your life as a captivating book filled with interesting stories, valuable lessons, and thrilling adventures. Now, envision social media as a vast library, a digital repository where millions of different stories are shared every second. It's an intriguing idea, isn't it? However, in this digital world lies a hidden potential danger. As we delve into this digital library, we often find ourselves flipping through the pages where others showcase the pinnacle moments of their lives. This is where a dangerous comparison often takes root. We unknowingly measure the most challenging chapters of our lives against the perfect and often unrealistic moments of others. This unfair comparison often leads us into a cycle of dissatisfaction and envy. Think about how this harmful cycle can impact our mood and self-esteem. With awareness of this, it becomes essential to learn to limit our consumption of these digital stories. Imagine stepping into this digital library with a clear purpose, seeking connection, inspiration, or information. You browse the shelves with intent, find what you need, and then leave the library, returning to the pages of your own life story. But how can we implement this in reality? Start by identifying specific moments in your day to check your social media. Instead of getting lost in it at all times, set aside fixed times, whether it's during breakfast, break time at work, or at the end of the day. This structured approach helps prevent social media from taking up all your time and thoughts. Another effective strategy involves self-reflection. Ask yourself the purpose behind each online interaction. Ask, am I seeking something useful here, or am I wasting time? This introspection can help you distinguish between productive engagement and mindless consumption. Furthermore, it's crucial to recognize signs that social media is negatively affecting your mood or self-esteem. If you feel down after using these platforms, it may be time to take a break. Use this time to reconnect with activities that bring joy and satisfaction in the real world, such as reading an engaging book, pursuing a favorite hobby, or simply enjoying the beauty of nature. By practicing these habits, you not only protect your mental well-being, but also contribute to the uniqueness of your life story. Your story, like everyone else's, includes a unique journey with ups and downs, victories, and challenges. It is this uniqueness that makes every story, including yours, incredibly valuable. As we conclude this reflection, consider how you can start writing the next chapter of your life story with less influence from the digital world and more focus on what truly matters. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and growth together. Take control of your life, equipped with the wisdom of great philosophers throughout history. Stoicism in the 21st century is a guide to becoming resilient, healthy, and prosperous. Turn adversity into triumph, stress into strength, and uncertainty into clarity. 10th point, the pursuit of external approval. We live in a world where it often seems like a person's worth is tied to how others perceive them. But today, I invite you to explore liberation that comes from breaking free from this relentless pursuit of approval from the outside. Imagine yourself standing on a grand stage, under bright lights, surrounded by a crowd of expectant faces, each with their own opinions about how you should act, speak, and exist. Can you feel this suffocating pressure? Now, imagine stepping away from that stage and entering a peaceful and serene space. It's a place where your unique perspective truly matters. This style describes the importance of recognizing and cherishing your inner voice amidst the external noise. When we base our actions and decisions on seeking approval, we slowly drift away from our true selves and our genuine desires. It's like constantly wearing an ill-fitting outfit to please others. Think about moments in your life when you felt most content and happy. Those are likely the moments when you fully align with your core values and beliefs, regardless of what others thought or expected. This is the essence of living authentically. But how can we practice this in our daily lives? It begins with small, specific steps. For example, imagine the future when you're about to make an important decision. Instead of automatically proceeding, pause for a moment and ask yourself this: am I doing this because I truly want it, or because I feel pressure from others? This is an opportunity for you to explore your true nature and establish a connection with your emotions and intuition. Learn to trust your intuition and understand your own dreams, desires, and needs. When you do this, you can shape your life in the best way for yourself, rather than simply pursuing what others expect. Another strong practice is to boost your self-esteem. Recognize and appreciate your unique qualities, celebrate your achievements, and learn from your mistakes. Remember that self-acceptance is an ongoing process, and every small victory in that journey is important. Finally, build supportive relationships that encourage you to become the best version of yourself. Surround yourself with people who respect your individuality and encourage you to express your true nature. By letting go of the constant need for external approval, we open the door to a more sincere and meaningful path. It's the path that allows us to become the true protagonists in our own lives, writing our own story with the ink of authenticity and courage. With this, we conclude this conversation, hoping it will inspire you to reflect on how you can live a more authentic life, true to yourself, away from the darkness of external approval. 11th point, entering a territory often overlooked. In our daily lives, there is an aspect that we often overlook but has a significant impact on our mood and the quality of the relationships we nurture. That is engaging in gossip and the spread of negativity. In this final part, we will explore how distancing ourselves from these behaviors can not only improve our mood, but also enrich the quality of our relationships. Imagine every word we speak as a seed that we plant in our own and others' gardens. When we choose words that encourage, uplift, and are positive, we are sowing the seeds of kindness and understanding. Conversely, when we engage in gossip or negative conversations, we are sowing the weeds of misunderstanding, distrust, and conflict. Gossip, on the surface, may seem harmless or even a way to socialize, but in reality, it is a two-way path leading to disrespect and low self-esteem for both others and ourselves. Furthermore, by focusing on the negative, we are nurturing a mindset that obscures the ability to see the goodness and positivity around us. So, how do we distance ourselves from this harmful path and choose a more positive one? First and foremost, we need to be aware of the conversations we engage in. When a conversation starts veering towards gossip or unnecessary criticism, consider gently steering it towards a more positive direction or highlighting something praiseworthy about the person or situation being discussed. Moreover, practicing empathy before speaking or sharing information about others is important. Ask yourself a simple but profound question. Would I want others to say this about me? This simple question can be a powerful guide, orienting our conversations towards respect and constructive discourse. Another important step is to create a positive environment around you. Surround yourself with people who also value positivity and authenticity in their communication. Together, you can build a culture of mutual respect and support. Finally, remember that change starts with you. By choosing not to engage in gossip and negativity, you are not only safeguarding your own integrity, but also setting an example for others. By practicing these principles in life, we can nurture a more positive, empathetic, and resilient mindset, contributing to genuine personal growth and building more meaningful personal relationships. If you have reached the end of this journey, congratulations. You have mastered the useful tips to say goodbye to the things you need to eliminate from your life in 2023 and move forward to a life full of possibilities in 2024. Through 11 things you should quietly eliminate from your life. Small changes happening around you have a big impact on the quality of your life. So let's make these changes together and share this message with everyone by liking and sharing this video. Don't forget to leave a comment, "I'm ready," under this video to let us know you're ready to move forward into 2024 with more positive and stronger things. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss other useful videos. Thank you for watching, and let's build a better life together.